Hi, I'm the Tabletop Teacher, and this is the first installment of a new segment on this channel, the Heroclix Piece Talks. I'll focus on a figure I find especially interesting, something that most casual players are likely to have, so I'll mainly stick to commons, uncommons, and rares here, explore strategies on how to use that figure, and discuss casual play builds around it. We'll look at ways to play against it, and I'll also get a veteran player, a Heroclix Canadian Nationals judge no less, to chime in on how to make the best use of this piece. Those videos will be featured on the end screen as they are available. Heroclix Piece Talks should be interesting for players who have a few games under the belt and feel ready to explore how a combination of figures can work together. And the first piece that was chosen by my patrons is Purple Man, number 39 from the Avengers Defenders War set. Purple Man is a rare figure from the set and is easy to overlook when you first glance at his dial, but oh boy, he is so much fun. Purple Man is a mind controller piece. Focusing a team around mind control is a risky proposition in Heroclix. Some characters are immune to it, and characters with Battlefury can't be targeted by it. But Purple Man has some extra tricks up his sleeve. Once he successfully hits an opposing character with mind control, and he gets a +3 to his attack value when doing so, he gives each hit character a pheromone token. He can target 2 characters with a ranged attack. He doesn't take feedback damage from mind controlling high point cost characters. This might not be a big deal for long, as it was announced that feedback damage would disappear in the new 2017 rules. When he does get damaged in an attack, he can transfer the damage with Mastermind, and here's the beauty of it. He can transfer damage to a character with a pheromone token, no matter where that character is on the map. So if your opponent hits Purple Man, his characters will be taking the damage. Isn't that gorgeously evil? Now, since none of Purple Man's powers are traits, I like to team him up with Foggy Nelson. For 15 points, Foggy will prevent his powers from being countered and his values from being reduced. The one thing you really don't want is for your opponent to outwit your Mastermind power. When that happens, he's a sitting duck. You absolutely want him to transfer damage to those opponents with pheromone tokens, or at least you want that to be the threat. And just in case some opposing characters could hide in hindering terrain, I also like to add Jessica Jones to the team, another 15-point character, to make sure opposing characters in Purple Man's range can't use stealth. Foggy can stay behind Purple Man, while Jessica can stay close, ideally out of opposing characters' line of fire. She doesn't need line of fire for her trait to work, just range, so leaving her behind a wall is fine. Purple Man's starting attack value is 9. With his +3 modifier when he uses mind control, that gives him a 12 attack value. That's already very good, but I want more. I want to make sure to land at least the first mind control attack, hopefully on 2 targets, so he'll give pheromone tokens to opposing characters right away. Purple Man has the Minions of Doom team ability. That makes him a wild card. So we just need to find him a pal with an 11 or 12 attack value that has either the Sinister Syndicate or Batman enemy team ability. I like Anarchy from the Joker's Wild set for this. He starts with an 11 attack, so when Purple Man copies the Batman enemy team ability and Anarchy is adjacent, he can replace his attack value with Anarchy's 11, +3 modifier for his mind control, and voila! Purple Man now has a crazy 14 attack value, and Anarchy has probability control just in case. Plus, the bombs Anarchy places at the beginning of the game can help in making sure the opposing characters kind of go where you want them to. And if you happen to mind control characters that can't make decent attacks, you can at least send them back in the bomb's vicinity. While Anarchy is common, he's still a prime figure, so not an easy find. Lady Shiva from the Joker's Wild set is a fine alternative. She starts with a 12 attack, so that'll give Purple Man a 15 attack when using the Batman enemy team ability. Mind controlling your opponents is so much fun, and you still have 150 points to complete a 300-point team with some other figures, perhaps a heavy hitter and a flyer. Here's a team I found really enjoyable. Purple Man, Jessica Jones, Foggy Nelson, Anarchy, Coriander, and Ironheart. Not a competitive team, but it can certainly give some experienced players a run for their money. I like to place Anarchy's bombs so the opponent won't risk leaving characters near the starting area. If you go first, you might want to carry Purple Man as far up as you can without falling into your opponent's kill box. Carry Anarchy close by to have your prob ready. If ever you miscalculated something and your opponent could take a shot at you on his or her first move, the preferred targets are Coriander and Ironheart. Coriander has a very good range defense, and Ironheart has an 83% chance of surviving even the most high damage attacks. So you want them up front. Move up either Jessica Jones or Foggy Nelson into position with your third action and you're good to go. On your next turn, if there's at least one potential target within Purple Man's range, move Ironheart out of the way with Sidestep, attack with Coriander so she doesn't block line of fire either, and have Purple Man try some mind controlling action. So what if you find yourself playing against the Purple Man? What can you do? Stealth and Outwit are the go-to powers, but if Foggy Nelson and Jessica Jones are in that opposing team, those powers won't work. You can always try to take care of those characters first, of course, but chances are you'll end up being mind-controlled away. If you're lucky enough to have at least one character with Battlefury, send him in to base Purple Man as soon as you can. Characters with Battlefury can't be targeted by mind control, and once Purple Man is based, he won't be able to use mind control on two targets at range. Alopex from the second wave of turtles is a good choice for that. Sidestep, stealth, and a speed value of 10 means it won't take long for her to reach Purple Man. Once she does, Purple Man will have trouble getting rid of her because of his 9 attack value against her 17 that turns into a 19 thanks to combat reflexes. Purple Man is likely not to be the highest point character in your opponent's team, so Alopex will have an 11 attack on his 16 defense with Blade's Claw's Fangs to take care of him. Any character with Battlefury and a damage reducer or high defense on the first click that's going to base Purple Man will provide good protection. Until the 2017 rules arrive, you can also use Precision Strike to get around Purple Man's Mastermind power. A Battlefury Poison combo is also an interesting option, but there are very few characters that have that on the first click, and none are modern age unless you have one of those pick-a-power characters like Nico Minoru or Jakeem Thunder. And I want to thank my patron Organis for sending me this amazing Jakeem Thunder figure. This is my first super rare prime. Extremely generous of you. Thank you so much. Do you have interesting strategies for playing with or against Purple Man? Share them in the comments below. Would you like to share it to video? Send me your link or share it in the comments, and I just might add it on the end screen of this video along with the guest Heroclix veteran's advice. I hope you enjoyed this first installment of the Heroclix Piece Talks. If you did, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the Tabletop Teacher, consider supporting this channel on Patreon, and as always, thanks for playing with me.